Alright, so we have the fourth mission in the campaign for Dawn of War 3 here. In Defense of Loyalty. Looks like we'll be switching back on over now to the
We have a situation, Angelo.
Space Marines.
An hour ago, the Eldar launched an attack on Starfort Helios. This Starfort is absolutely crucial to my strategy.
You have brought several of these Starforts into the system, Inquisitor. Should I assume you're planning some sort of blockade for us Blood Ravens to enforce?
That is not yet your concern. What should concern you is that your chief librarian, Jonah Orion, is on Starfort Helios now.
What's Jonah doing there?
I invited him. You see, a relic of Xenos origin was brought to Starfort Helios, and Jonah's expertise is needed to study it. The relic is of extreme value to the Inquisition. Let no harm come to it, or to my Starfort for that matter. I've made a Death Watch kill team available to you to ensure that.
Brother Chaplain Diomedes.
Might as well watch these two.
I want a report on the status of Varlock Keep before I deploy to Starfort Helios.
Very well, Chapter Master. My detachment and I reinforced House Varlock like you ordered. The Lady Solaria is a fearsome ally. Together, we executed a joint breakout offensive from the Keep. It was successful in driving the remaining orcs from Varlock territory back to their nests in the Cyprus Badlands.
Good. The Varlock Knights are worthy allies. Keep supporting them. Do not let the Inquisitor countermand you. You bypassed me to enlist Jonah.
Understood. You play politics while I purify Cyprus Ultima.
Well then, okay. Oops. Okay, we know, Mr. Inquisitor. We'll go into the Inquisition. The Inquisition, this is kind of explaining how the elite points work. Stuff that a lot of us already know from playing the multiplayer. Can I choose? Okay, so we can only choose these two. So, can we choose anything over here? Oh, might as well choose our preferred Space Marine doctrines. So, the Inquisition's pretty cool and pretty unique in the Warhammer universe. It's not like the Spanish Inquisition that no one expects. Everyone actually expects the Inquisition in the Warhammer universe because if you're doing anything, you're like, I hope the Inquisition doesn't see me do this, because they'll just come in and they'll kick the shit out of you and kill everything you love. So the Inquisition is pretty feared. During the Horus Heresy, the whole point of the of the Imperium was to create a secular Imperium that did not believe in religion or gods or anything of the sort. Let's see if this is a cinematic here. I want to let that play out.
Chapter Master, the Star Force is overwhelmed. We must regain control quickly. Strike Force and Stronghold deployed.
Well then, okay.
Secure this landing zone.
Well, let me control you so I can control the landing zone. So, roll this a little bit. So during the whole, let's get that tread out up in that ass. Swap them guys around. Jump into these. Or flank. So during the kind of the portion where all of humanity was retaking the quote-unquote stars, they were, again, promoting a secular Imperium where there was no religion, there was no God, there was nothing like that that would essentially empower the Chaos Gods. That was the main point here. If humans didn't believe in gods, then their emotions and everything couldn't give rise to gods and give them power. And they would have no ability to corrupt mankind.
Balthazar, are we secure?
Negative. The Dauntless is tracking more Eldar hostiles inbound to the landing zone.
Prepare a defense, brothers.
Set up defenses. Okay. Devastator squad's done. I'm gonna make one of those Devastators as soon as I can, though. Actually, yeah. No. Why can't I make Devastators? Did I make the right ones? Oh yeah. So,
Another wave is inbound.
do we know from where? Okay, the enemy are gonna attack there and here. Do I have any heavy armor to use or heavy cover to use? No. Why would I? These Devastators are gonna just mince up anything that the Eldar can bring at us. Oh, oops. Okay, good. So, like I was saying, this secular religion, the secular Imperium that did not suffer, I guess not suffer is not a good word, but did not have any kind of religion. Kind of like the irony of it all is that the Horus Heresy was led by Horus in an attempt to negate the quote-unquote divinity of the Emperor. Oh shit. And because of that, come right on there. Come right on him. Oh, okay, guess we're not going to shoot at anything here today, huh? Because of that, when the Horus Heresy kind of came to fruition and everything happened the way it happened, the ironic point is that it sort of martyred and venerated the Emperor to the point that he became more or less a religious icon to the Imperium. So that became kind of the crux in which the Imperium was built on now. You know, they always say like, for the Emperor! And it's all about more or less like glorifying the Emperor's position. And as a result,
The landing zone is secure.
Good. Now, where is Jonah?
The signal marks his position in close proximity, ahead of you. The Battle Brothers who were attending him are also nearby. Tactical Marines ready. Space Marines
oh no.
capturing. Tactical relocating. Our enemies are moving. Angelos, the Parchment Pusher has requested we assist the Blood Ravens. As such, Death Watch Kill Team Ironmore will deploy at your word. Understood.
Show me your target.
I'm shutting out. Work here. My hammer has the point captured. May this fuel our victory. Angelo, the huntsman. So ends it. We stalk this way. My fury. I will clear the way.
So, now that we've captured this,
Seizing it. Go ahead, command. Going now.
again, so he becomes kind of martyred, and in that,
Deployment for construction.
damn,
Preparing We are battling a weak enemy force.
okay, so we got these guys here.
Bolters on the move.
So because of that martyrdom, like I was saying, essentially the Emperor becomes a divine figure, and because of it, you've got the Ordo Xenos and the Ordo Hereticus and the Ordo Malleus, and you know, against the demons, against the aliens, and against shit, like witches, like heresy. So basically, what the whole point here is that the Inquisition is used to fight against anything that is outright like heresy, and the Ordo Malleus is used to like fight like demons, and the Ordo Xenos is used to fight like Eldar, orcs, or those other bastard asses, Tau. So basically, they each kind of have a role in the Imperium as it is, and let's get deeper into here.
We will have both.
A weak enemy force
What
has
is he?
engaged us. To the southwest.
Rescue allies. Perfect. Okay, let's get some
Our
get a rescue mission going here, huh?
You have killed him, Iron. Your command.
We've completed an upgrade.
Oh damn! I built the wrong stupid building.
There's Jonah.
Remember that time I screwed everything up, guys?
Is required.
We've completed a power generator.
Of course we can do it.
So
I will not
that's where you've got this basically this Inquisition who holds pretty much mandate over everything, saying like, hey, this has got to be the way we're going to do things. And I was like, oh, okay, well, consider it done. Oh man, just destroying stuff up here.
Power generator is ready.
We stand with you, Chapter Master.
To the power generator. Barracks completed. A new drop pod bay is online.
I will not. I will ensure it.
Go ahead, Commander. No mercy. Now they know focus key.
Angelo. No escape.
I am ready. I follow thee.
I agree.
Well, I think because this is going to give us some time to rescue some more allies down over here. Just kind of delay that. So, this Ordo, or the Inquisition, like I was saying, kind of holds dominion over everything. Like, if they say you got to do something, you got to do it. You don't really have a choice there. Oh, fall back there.
Gabriel, I'm afraid we have little time for talk.
Our enemies await.
Oh, well, okay, let's talk then.
The relic they are after is from Acheron, a cursed world that emerges from the warp every 5,000 years. They have entrenched 2 positions onto the Star Fort to take it.
We must destroy these encampments to reclaim Starfort Helios. Under attack!
Okay.
I will not targeting in.
Let's get Jonah Hill over here.
What do you... I know I will...
Fulfill your want. Is nothing. You'll see.
Tactical Marines ready.
This is Gabriel.
Fighting so. Understood. Driving jets. The alien. No doubt.
Let's go. We'll shoot them coming in. Okay, so on top of all of that,
We have foes I would
Known to the Eldar, Gabriel Angelos.
oh hi, dude.
The warriors of my Swordwind will burn your army to the ground.
Well, that was fucking rude.
Chapter Master, the Eldar just sent a force to attack our base.
We're with you, Chapter Master.
Okay. At least we'll have build some listening posts here, kind of hold down the fort here.
Yes, sir.
Let me get some health replenishment going.
Preparing tactical marines for deployment.
Look at this. You can see them on the map. How lovely.
We are the Inquisition.
you have my favor.
Okay.
And the
Tactical marine squad deployed.
Give me your orders and have tactical squads.
A power generator endures an attack.
he who fights with me.
Okay, we'll come over here now.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates
Carry out this plan. To war.
A requisition generator has been
Light that flamer on up.
Master.
you go repair this little guy.
Angelos, ready.
A power generator has been destroyed.
No, I'm getting there.
Angelo, Gabriel moving out. Second force to war. This is Gabriel.
I am steeled for what's to come.
Ooh, just look at that explosion. Just all over their faces.
What aid can I offer you?
Alright, so this will help us kind of get better, get everything kind of back up and running. So I think it would probably make sense here if I talk about just like the Horus Heresy in general. I brought it up a couple times and you guys are probably like, what the fuck is that thing? So the Horus Heresy is essentially what shapes the 40,000 universe into what it is. And like how the Imperium operates is because of the Horus Heresy. And the Horus Heresy is exactly what it sounds like. It is a large-scale heresy that happens in the Imperium. We've talked about the Primarchs. We've talked about all of the Space Marines and kind of what their origin is. But you know, after the Age of Strife, during like this grand age of the Great Crusade, the Emperor expands out from Terra, and he has these Primarchs. And these Primarchs are engineered from his gene code, more or less, to be the leaders of men. And they're supposed to have all these amazing abilities, each one with their own kind of flavor to suit certain needs. Like, okay, maybe these guys are really good at close combat, and they're the Space Wolves, and the Emperor's Executioners. Or maybe you've got these two legions that are really good at defending things, like the Imperial Fists or the Steel Legion, or I'm sorry, the Iron Warriors. Or maybe these guys are a little bit better at what am I trying to say here?
The Eldar just sent a force to attack our base.
Okay, well then let's kill it. But you know, like I was saying though, everything has kind of got its own flavor in regards to what it's going to. God, I gotta get these guys over here. They seem to be. I thought they'd be pushing from this angle, but I guess not. So as a result, you know, they just kind of have their own tactical use, and with that, okay, which way are they coming? Which way are they going? I can't tell.
This one would comply.
I know you'd comply, you sexy little dude.
Initiating listening post.
You have my favor. Gabriel moving out.
And witness excellence.
We'll set up here and just gun them down as they come in. It'll be sweet. Oh, look at that. Just look at that. Pop that shield up. Okay. So, with these Primarchs, the Emperor essentially says, like, hey, oh, no, I want you guys to actually kind of stay here.
I am ready. This day holds glory. I will clear the way. Make way. I am listening post now. I'm moving. No escape.
Speak and see glory done.
Ooh.
Understood.
Tell me and see
Pop
I
your
shine.
thing here, Jonah Hill. Oh, didn't expect that.
Our enemies await.
What aid can I offer you?
No respite. To war then. Reposition.
There we go.
I am listening. Shape to my will.
Our enemies
I'll kind of absorb a little damage.
Lion here.
Another Eldar vanguard is heading towards our base.
Ooh.
I will not falter.
I am steeled for what's to come.
Where's those? God, I have no requisition to make the assault squads. There we go.
Ready for drop. One is your lowly servant.
Understood. Angela. I will clear the way. Repositioning.
They'll get kind of chewed up. I'm not too worried about them.
To battle! This day holds no escape! Taking damage!
Let's see, let's make sure. Okay, the Emperor expands out from Terra, like I was saying. And when he does that, oh yeah, just mulches them. Lovely.
What aid can I offer?
When he does that, he sets out to find the Primarchs, because what happens is the Primarchs essentially get jettisoned from like their gestation tubes in which the Emperor was growing them, more or less. That's probably the easiest way to explain it. But with that, you basically have him scouring the stars trying to find his sons. And the first one he finds, I believe, is Horus. Even though Horus isn't part of the first Legion, because they're all the specific Legion numbers. I believe Horus is the first one he finds, and he kind of becomes de facto right hand of the Emperor, and eventual War Master of the rest of the. Nice. Wow. And the eventual. Jump right into these guys. Swamp. Do that somersault of doom that you do.
We stand with you, Chapter Master.
To battle!
No, they not attack imminent.
Tell
Oh,
me
is
and
it?
see it done!
Let's upgrade this. That.
I am
Chapter Master, the Eldar just sent a force to attack our base.
In what direction? Okay, little skimmers. Those guys are gonna be interesting to deal with. Let's see how this goes. Oh. Oh. How devious of them.
Go ahead,
Oh, he'll bring us back.
What all haste! I will ensure it! I am
Go this way to get some health.
repositioning! I am listening! Thus I will clear the way!
Nope, you were supposed to stay back. Oh. But you know, as he goes, he discovers, you know, his lost sons here and there, and they're all on these pretty crazy worlds, really different situations, and it shapes, you know, who they are and what their legions can do. You know, Conrad Kurz is found on a predominantly like a dark world, and by dark world I mean like it's like there's no sun or anything like that. And with that, they're all really good at like nighttime tactics and what's it called when you do guerrilla warfare, like that kind of thing. And like, what's his name? Lehman Russ is found on this ice world, which is like Nordic themed, and that influences all of his men. So everything kind of has an effect on the legion that it comes from, and as a result, you've got all these varying legions with different, you know, doctrines and whatnot, which is really cool. I really enjoy it. I think it's a really cool way to kind of have the game go. Yeah, you fucked up that big old bubble. We might actually have to reinforce here.
Assault Marines readying for drop. This one is configured for servitude. Embarking.
I understand.
Tactical maneuvering.
Let's see how this goes over here. It's these two guys I'm worried about.
What aid can I offer you? This day hold
So eventually, the Emperor decides, okay, I'm going to go back to Terra. I've gotten the Grand Crusade out to a certain point. We defeated a mighty orc wog at the Ulnar campaign, is what it's called, and they have this grand ceremony to say like, hey, we're sending everyone back home. And oh shit balls, McGee.
No doubts, no fears. I will. Assault Marines
Understood. Orion here. Enemy. This is Gabriel. I will ensure it. No escape. Dead men walk.
You savages cannot hope to reclaim this rusted fortress.
We'll see, Eldar. I am steeled for what's to come. Thus I none shall pass.
Oh.
Shutting up. Make way.
Oh.
I am this chapter librarian.
Wasn't paying attention over there, and I got Dark Reaper down. How poopy of me. Well, we'll retreat back and kind of build up. That was shit. That was a shit. We needed these guys anyway, so bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Get some attack squads and actually put the right weapons on them this time. Okay, we'll be fine. So, with this, he Emperor retreats back to Terra, and he appoints the Horus as the War Master, who was like de facto general and leader of everything at that point. And with that, he basically is saying, okay, you now are in control of everything, everyone reports to you, and then me. And you are my will, more or less. So, some don't like that, some hate that, some get all pissed off, like Lionel Johnson, who was the Primarch of the Dark Angels, thought he was going to be the War Master. So, it makes, there's some butthurtedness that goes on. And it kind of results in some low-key rifts, but in the same kind of way, since these guys are all considered brothers, in a little kind of way, low-key with it, like rifts do happen with brothers. So, what kind of happens from there, though, is Horus eventually gets wounded on this, and actually on a moon called Endor, funny enough, and as a result, he gets corrupted by Erebus, the first. Build this machine cult. That'll be important. They can heal these guys up. Who is the first chaplain of the Word Bearers Legion. The Word Bearers being really the first legion to really fall, and from that you get this. Okay, goody gumdrops. Power swords. You'll come in again. Okay, now we got a pretty good, hefty Doom squad here.
Upgrading infantry health.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Heavy bolter team stands ready. Noted. If you'd like to learn more about the army, please report for summary punishment. Bring in the tactical squad.
Okay. Would you finish this, you slow-moving little shit? And eventually this rift happens, though, because as he gets corrupted, he feels that he learns the truth about the Emperor. He feels that the Emperor is actually a god trying to become, not sentient, but trying to become all-powerful. He's trying to use the Imperium to do it. What's actually happening is that the Emperor has retreated to. Get those power swords in there, so sick. Has retreated to Terra to find out how to open up the Black Library, which is pretty much like the Eldar's old repository of everything. And I believe it was actually made by the old ones. And so what happens is you get, yes, heal the hell up. You get this rift that appears, like I was saying, in the Imperium. Half the legions side with Horus, and half of them side with the Emperor. Oh, do we have an issue here? I always forget to use the chapter banner. I don't know why. I just do. Probably because I think it's not an overly intuitive thing, so I'm like, I suppose.
Give me purpose. Alert toil. I shall excel. Let it be done.
Infantry health upgrade secured. Accelerating to maximum. Fabrication.
Well, that's right, I have this little guy.
Your command ever
Have need of me.
A drop pod is available.
Oh, it heals elite units. Oh, whoopsie.
your order.
A drop pod is available. Oopsies. Okay, so let's just kind of push it here. Pull those guys up into my firing range. Oh, look, there's some goodies for me.
Already I am
You
there.
have seen us for us. Such coincides with a hunt, I hope.
I am steeled for what Orion en route. This repositioning.
I have obeyed. See, they stand no chance.
If your hostile environment gear becomes ruptured, report for summary punishment.
We've upgraded infantry damage.
I see myself.
Yeah, just one shot into those things. Look at that thing. And here it comes again. Lovely. Lovely. Gorgeous. Flamers coming out.
Securing vehicle due canceling armament.
And get the weapons out first. So. Yeah, get that flamer out there.
He who fights with me shall roar of us.
Plus you get the cool thing about Space Marines is they're kind of just like a roving space bromance, which is kind of funny. Let's go crush this damn fort here, though. Little guys, their little thing here, trying to repair.
You have already I am there in spirit.
Hostile infantry attacking.
This is moving.
Xenos attack imminent.
Go ahead. Driving jets.
I will not fall.
Awaiting all driving jets.
Another debacle.
Ooh, yeah, right in their faces.
Orion here.
We've upgraded vehicle weaponry. Stench fills the air. Order confirmed. Placing machine. Go ahead. At your command. Awaiting all ready jump packs.
Our enemies await death.
Assault Marines readying for drops.
Targeting infantry. What aim can I do? Fire! Destroy, be gone!
Speak and see glory done. At your command. Strong point assault on the way. Target, easy kill.
Lords may stay my
Our target strong point is stopped.
Tell it shall. I will take control.
Upgraded vehicle durability.
Move those over there.
We are battling a weak enemy force.
guide me to glorious leveling destruction.
Pull back, Eldar! We must protect our remaining encampment.
The Eldar have only one foothold left.
Marines report. Ready to drop. The task is done. We hear you. Go ahead.
This one, Imp Walker will undergo restoration, returning Walker to full function.
Okay.
Securing infantry health upgrade.
So, like we were saying now, you've got. Let's actually bring them here and you here. You've got this massive civil war, this Horus Heresy that happens, and because of this Horus Heresy,
Team stands ready.
eventually the Emperor wins. So what happens is the Horus goes directly for the what's it called? Terra. It goes directly for Terra, which is the seat of the Emperor's power. Okay, where's it going to? I wanna fuck it up. So with that,
A requisition generator.
you've got as many legions that can get back to defend Terra, get back there, and one of them is one of the legions is the Blood Angels. So the as many Primarchs as they can as many Primarchs are available to fight are there on Terra. And it's like this final battle between. Oh yeah, just gun those things down. I love Devastators, man. They really do some damage if you get them in a good position like this. Look at that, just mincing them up. So, this battle for Terra that happens to seat of the Emperor's power. Demons are spilling through the webway gates, trying to take out the humans from the back, while the Imperium, or I'm sorry, the corrupted Imperium, Horus's Imperium, dives down from orbit. And as kind of like a risky gambit, what's his name? Horus actually lowers the shields on his battle ship to lure the Emperor up. So the Emperor's like, all right, I gotta take this one opportunity. I might not be able to get this chance again. So he and Sanguinius, and I think actually other Primarchs with him. I think like Roldoran goes with him, and they teleport onto the actual battleship of Horus. And you know, they're during like the whole Horus Heresy books, Horus describes as Sanguinius as like the one who should have been the War Master, and how Sanguinius was really the best of them all, because he was noble, he's enigmatic, and everyone, all the other Primarchs get along with him, and he's got these beautiful fucking angel wings, so even the Imperial citizens love him, so he's seen as very highly in every walk of life in the Imperium. So you have this really kind of tragic and romantic moment where Horus kills Sanguinius on the battle barge, but Sanguinius at the same time is able to rend a crack in Horus's armor, and it's kind of suspected that crack is what allows the Emperor to defeat Horus. But at the same time, the Emperor sustains a mortal wound, and that mortal wound lays the Emperor low, as you would assume, thunk. And as a result, you've got the Emperor bound to what's called the Golden Throne. The Golden Throne is what the Emperor uses to project his vastly, hugely powerful psychic abilities into the warp to create the Astronomicon. And that is what is the Imperium uses to navigate around the warp. They use it kind of like, okay, hey, I know true north is Terra because it's this big blinding white light that emanates from the warp. Okay, I can now navigate off of this. So he basically is bound to this throne because it's what's sustaining him in like this kind of like corpse half-life. In fact, the Eldar even call him in this game their corpse emperor. The Chaos say they won't fight the corpse. They won't fight for a dead emperor. You know, all these kind of things hinting that the emperor is actually dead. And with the whole Gathering Storm 8th edition stuff coming out with Games Workshop, I'm not sure what that's going to include. Maybe we'll find out that the Emperor is actually alive, and here's like how he comes back to being, so on and so forth. But the Horus Heresy, after it slowly sees a lot of the Primarchs die off. Like Leman Russ doesn't die, but he gets up from the feasting table and goes off into the warp with one of his chapters. Robut, I don't know how you pronounce his name. Geeman gets attacked by, I think I can't remember if it's Lorgar or if it's the head of the Iron Warriors, and poisoned and then put in stasis. And he's assumed to pretty much be dead until they can find a cure, but as we see in 8th edition and everything, he's now alive now. But all these Primarchs are slowly getting killed off, or they're getting promoted to full demonhood and not even concerning themselves with the quibbling fighting of man. And as a result, you have all these rampant demons that are just kind of going butt-ass wild in the Imperium, killing things. And that's where the Inquisition comes in. That's where the Ordo Zenist, the Ordo Hereticus, the Ordo Malleus, they all come in and they start. So, Hereticus the Witch, they're kind of saying, I think it's like, don't suffer the Witch, the Xenos, and the Demon. And it's basically that those are more or less the three. Oh, really? Well, I do think it's that. Okay. Well, I mean, it's funky that is all the way over there, but I guess we could do this.
The Emperor lights our way.
In me, you is nothing.
Oh, look at those little guys, little shits.
Ready. Driving jets.
I'll shut it up.
No, yeah, just boom.
I agree.
Assault Marines report. Ready to drop. Ready to jump.
Ooh.
Thought of the day.
Chapter shall be done.
Make ready, brother. Assault
Okay, so
jump.
maybe if we do this.
My favor. Make way.
Can you try it over here? Yeah.
No escape.
Perfect.
I understand.
Yes.
Sneaky trick.
I'm repositioning.
Orbital drop underway. Drop pod deployed.
This is Gabriel. Understand men walking.
Assault Marines.
You're just cutting them up.
What in the Eldar?
Cannot escape us on foot. That is that.
Angelo.
Okay,
I will clear the
perfect.
way.
Now what is over here? If there's a health thing, that'd be great.
Upgrading
This
stronghold
day hold,
to
let
tier
us
3.
do it.
Cutting through. Ready. Ready jump pack.
I will not falter.
Driving jets.
Make way. Targeting infantry. Begone. Setting forth to war.
Go ahead. On the move. Ready jump pack.
Our enemies
On them with prejudice.
Goody.
Ready they will fall. Such a pitiful device. We stand with you, Chapter Master.
There's a nearby console. Where's that console? Oopsies.
I will clear the way.
Oh yeah. Pistol that shit.
Ready. Driving jets.
Oh shit, I think is there a console on this side?
Our chainswords are ready. Tier 3 upgrade.
I gave you power swords. You don't have chainswords anymore. Stop living in the past, guys.
Eliminated. Preparing Predator Destructor for deployment.
I think another dreadnought in here. Oh, of course I need more of that, right? Why wouldn't I?
Belay that. Calling off reinforcements.
Belay that, Horda. That does damage in a circle and its target? I didn't know that.
Dreadnought. Readying for drop.
The Emperor lights our way.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we got kind of like a two-pronged attack here. Kind of like that. I dig that.
Chapter
Jonah Orion.
Purpose.
This is the path.
I shall excel.
Okay. But, like I was kind of saying here, the, what... Oh, shit.
Infantry damage upgrade secured. Without fear.
I am listening. The Emperor lights my way. True might.
Oh, I didn't know that does that. Interesting.
I am speed. It shall be done. Right. What aid can I offer you?
Annihilator rolling out.
Boom, got them.
Lion here.
Annihilate with pleasure.
Chapter librarian on
On standby for orbital drop. Gunner target infantry.
This dreadnought, prepare your
Okay.
They can't hope
So-
to stop me.
With the Emperor's kind of like, quote-unquote, death, I said he wanted to create, like, this secular, what's it called, Imperium. Well, this kind of even during this whole event, people kind of venerated the Emperor, saying like, you know, for the Emperor, you know, the Emperor protects, stuff like that, kind of like modern day Christianity. You know, people have idols of the Emperor and stuff, and there's a lot of like these instances where the Emperor is kind of nascent, not even nascent at this point here. But like there's these times where the the Emperor's like psychic abilities from the warp, he reaches out and helps out with those in need and stuff like that. Like all these issues where, or all these occurrences where the Emperor seems to be some sort of god, and that's where you get all these Ordo Xenos, all these Ordo Hereticus, Malleus. Oh, at the end of this?
There's the relic. It's some sort of power core.
We don't have much time before they get away. The Inquisitor won't like it, but to keep the relic from Eldar hands, we must destroy it.
Enemy target destroyed.
We don't get any Terminators, huh?
Oh, I will ensure
It is done.
this dreadnought awaits.
What is simple enough?
Your faith in us will be rewarded tenfold.
Let's kind of get everything going up to snuff here.
What do you wish? I am king.
Need some more. Two more units attack squads. I'm actually going to make las cannons to help out with anything out there. Any of the trickier shit. Make these attack squads some plasma-oriented dudes. Let's get everyone down here and start reinforcing.
We've completed an upgrade. Tactical Marine Squad deployed.
Let's get this. Ooh, Punisher.
Cannon team deployed.
I mean, this is going to be really overkill, but why the fuck not, eh? But again, like I was saying, you've got this whole now religiously charged, heretical, zealous army or Imperium that is doing things for the Emperor and stuff like that. So you've got these demons coming in and out of nowhere, pretty much messing everything up. Like the Ordo Malleus, which is pretty much like the last, like the Grey Knights, which are like the true bastion against demons, are able to give. Oh, we're at a population cap. Would allow. Can I just disband you? Because that'd be great. Would really allow humanity to kind of fight back with this, because there's so many there are demons pouring in and out of the warp, the Eye of Terror here, the warp in general itself, and things in general are just kind of a shit show. So that's why you've got these specialist units, or these inquisitors, which go and they investigate suspected heresy or demon worlds and stuff like that. So it's a very cool, very interesting, very grimdark kind of. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do here is, so what you can do here is you can teleport Homer. These guys will go back, and they'll soon be able to come back out, and I'm going to bring them back out with Malleus tactics, which gives them the rocket launcher.
Deathwatch kill team awaits invitation.
Okay, I got it, buddy. Calm down a little bit.
A drop pod is available.
I'm not a huge fan of General Orion. Maybe it's just 'cause I don't really know how to use him that well, but I just think he's kind of lackluster compared to some of the other early choices. Now we'll get Malleus tactics. I know it does.
Vehicle durability upgrade in progress.
Let me get that power gen, bruh. Okay, let's have you God, you're still repairing? You're just taking your time, my dudeski. I thought these repaired next to this, but I guess I was wrong. So let's just do a massive push on one direction. Not the band. Not the band. We'll do a full infantry push here. We'll do a mechanized push here. And this time we'll actually use the standard. I want to cancel these guys and put them in pods, but I don't want to risk it. Those TAC Marines just getting up to the front lines. Good for you guys.
I await your order. Servitor is equipped for construction.
But that kind of like gives you guys an idea of where the Inquisition kind of plays its role in the Imperium. They have special privileges that no other like general does. Like they have access to certain armaments, like certain missiles that'll completely decimate a planet, or bombs in general. So that's just to give you again an idea of how much actual power they have in the grand scheme of things. And during that, like I brought up, during that Horus Heresy at the end of it, the legions were broken up into chapters. So that's where you have so many of these rogue different chapters, like the Blood Ravens and the such.
You have need of my fire? Very well, Commander.
I do, my brother. You're gonna stay there and position yourself in a good order. There you go. Yeah, set up, and I can do it. Do the last cannons I need to set up? Oh, what the fuck? Beam intensities and versus skirmishers. Because I haven't used the last cannons really. It's the first time on them.
You have need of me. Already I am there in spirit.
It shall be done.
Kill all hate!
Understood.
I am chapter librarian on.
Get everything in there, move it all up. Move this up.
Our enemies await.
Long as Eldar in our
The Eldar will fall. Wraithguard just shooting in from deep over there.
That's carrying it out.
Application. Servitor repair.
It shall be done.
I will clear the way. My hammer will crush.
Devastator squad.
Relic has rooted itself into the Starfort structure.
Like an infection. I don't trust the thing.
Tell me
Pushing on this.
simple enough. Little more then.
Oh shit.
If you destroy this fragment, you humans will lose it for yourselves as well.
It should have been purged in the first place. Better than to let your kind have it.
We have engaged a weak enemy force. Southward.
Our moving, targeted. Setting out.
What aid can I offer you?
Cannon team here. Cursor reports target destroyed. My target killed. Victory target.
And we'll knock out that power core to claim victory.
Victory target.
All right.
Today we have an Empire versus French matchup, and it is a special one.
Okay. So that kind of concludes that mission there. Caught me looking at my notifications. But that kind of concludes our mission for the Space Marine. Hopefully you have a better idea of both the Horus Heresy and the Inquisition. If you have any questions on both, just go ahead and post in the comments. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. We got some goodies coming out this week as always. Let's got some lore videos and everything. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one and take care.